as hygiene factor, good communication or writing skills. Uh, then obviously you should have some experience around P&L, balance sheet, cash flow, and Excel. In case you believe you don't have any experience on P&L, balance sheet, cash flow, and Microsoft Excel, that's absolutely fine. Point is, the course starts with the basics of financial statements and Microsoft Excel. So you would be taught absolute basics on Microsoft Excel and profit and loss statement, balance sheet, and cash flow models. So that's fine. If you have an experience around these things, that should be a added advantage. If not, that's okay. You will be taught a lot of these things as part of the curriculum. As I said, who should join this course? Effectively, candidates looking to make a career into core finance profiles, right? And when I say core finance, investment banking, corporate banking, uh, equity research, mergers and acquisition. I think I should put out a list, places or profiles where financial modeling will be of no use or limited use. Risk consultancy, if you want to get into risk management or risk consultancy profiles, I don't think financial modeling is going to add value. Uh, the second place is, I think, retail banking, or to an extent part of commercial banking. You don't need financial modeling then. So I think these are 2 3 places where I believe financial modeling is very very limited. And you, if you're trying to make a career into risk oriented profiles, core banking profiles, you don't need largely financial modeling from that perspective. Even for that matter, wealth manager profiles, relationship manager profiles, not a lot of applicability from a financial modeling perspective. So core finance, I think financial modeling would be something that has to be on top of your list. What is covered as part of the program offered by EduPristine here? So it's a 14-day program which spans across in aggregate of around 70 odd hours that you're looking at. So 70 hours, 14-day program, 5 hours each day, executed over a weekend, right? So Saturday, Sunday is typically when these classes take place. What's covered under those 14 days from your perspective? Day one is about absolute basics of Excel. So you're taught absolute basics of Excel, custom formatting, shortcuts, certain basic formulas that are necessary from your perspective. So day one is all about Excel that you need to know, which will help you work on this course as you move forward. Please understand, the entire 14-day program is structured on Microsoft Excel, right? So all theoretical concepts that you are going to learn, you are going to model them piece by piece on Microsoft Excel, right? So this is something which will need Microsoft Excel from your end, and therefore the first thing that is taught is basic Excel. Day 2, 3, 4 is about a valuation case study, right? So we try and set up a business valuation case study. Where are you going to use this case study from your job perspective? Effectively, if you are trying to look for equity research profiles, if you're trying to look for mergers and acquisition profile, you will have to value businesses, right? Without valuing businesses, you cannot execute any core finance profile. So day 2, 3, 4 is largely about business valuations. You are taught how to value a business for that perspective. Uh, Discounted cash flow methods, revenue processes, how are cost sheets build up, cost of capital analysis there. So basically, what you will do is a three-statement modeling, right? When you're looking at a three-statement model, you would be asked to model a P&L, balance sheet, cash flow. And as part of your profit and loss statement, balance sheets, and cash flows, you would be modeling asset schedule, depreciation schedule. So everything which is necessary from a profit and loss statement, balance sheet, and cash flow perspective. These 3 days will also teach you how to make assumptions. If you want to value a business, you need to make assumptions for the next 5 years, 10 years, right? What would be the profitability or, the balance sheet of the company? So assumptions, forecasting techniques, P&L, balance sheet, cash flow, and valuation techniques like discounted cash flow method, DCF, along with relative valuation. So day 2, 3, 4 should enable you to apply for corporate finance profiles, for equity research profiles, for investment banking profiles, and that's something that 2, 3, 4 prepare you for. Please note, this is entirely a case study based approach, and which will help you from an equity research perspective. Please give me a minute, class. Yeah, I'm sorry. So, as I said, day 2, 3, 4 should be largely equity research, and you would be focusing on financial modeling from an equity research perspective. End of day 4, you should be able to apply for profiles which are oriented towards equity research or valuation profile, right? A lot of you may actually want to get into business valuation. So, this is a profile that you will eventually be looking at. Please note, day 2, 3, 4 will have a case study and you would be taught all the concepts using a case study. This would be an FMCG company case study that would be covered under day 2, 3, and 4. Day 5 and 6 takes you to project finance, right? So you would be looking into project finance modeling, what changes from a project finance perspective, right? This is specifically for people who are targeting profiles with, very good Indian investment banks like SBI Capital Markets, right? So if you're trying to target SBI Capital Markets, you can look at day 5 and 6. So project finance modeling is usually slightly different than what your company models are. You don't exactly have a company model to be created there. You are trying to put a project, right? And a project is slightly more riskier. So you need to understand the risk associated with project finance. And additional concepts associated with project finance, such as interest during construction, would be taught. How do you incorporate delays in your model, right? Typical project finance activity can be delayed, right? There is extra labor or you fall short of labor. So it's all something that you need to model and plan for. So 5 and 6 is about project finance. 7 and 8 then takes you to mergers and acquisition. A lot of people target M&A profiles when they start their careers or then they are in the mid stage of their careers. So mergers and acquisition, one thing that would be needed is how to value businesses. If you want to buy or sell businesses, how do you value businesses is something that you have already learned on 2, 3, and 4 days. 7 and 8 therefore adds more M&A, right? Mergers and acquisition from your perspective. Uh, Obviously theory has to be taught, so theory will be covered under all of the topics. Along with theory, you would be given a case study to model. So even on 5 and 6 you will be doing a case study. 7 and 8 will have a mergers and acquisition case study. 9 and 10 then takes you towards another valuation case study, right? This would be again a company valuation. This would be about a publicly listed company. So we pick up a globally listed company. You could, for example, model Accenture. It's an IT company listed in US, and you would be taught how to value a listed company. There's a difference between valuing a startup and there's a difference between valuing a listed company. So 9 and 10 is about valuation of listed companies. It has a lot of concepts that you have learned on day 2, 3, and 4, and we are going to leverage some of those readings in day 9 and 10. So 9 and 10 should be a very good refresher on valuation, and now should give you a much larger company to model, a publicly listed business that you would eventually like to model on day 9 and 10. Once again, a case study, you would be taught how to collect data for publicly listed companies, what are the public sources available, what type of information is available, and what if it is not available, how do you figure out what is the correct source of information. So 2, 3, 4 was a valuation of a company using a case study. 9 and 10 is again a valuation. Day 11 is macros. Some of the profiles in finance need macros, right? Macros are automated programs or software codes which are written in Excel, Visual Basic Code written in Microsoft Excel, and that automates a job that Excel does. So some of the profiles specifically ask for macros as a skill set, and therefore 11 and 12 are two classes which are dedicated towards macros. You are taught how to write macros, you are taught how to debug macros, edit existing macro codes. Even if you don't have a programming background, you don't belong to a computer science or an IT background, some of us will have to learn Visual Basic Programming to understand macros and use them in Excel. So macros are important from a job perspective, and therefore has been introduced as day 11 and 12 in the 14-day program. Day 13 is about creating dashboards largely, right? When you complete a financial model, you need to present a summary, and that's typically known as a dashboard. On the dashboards, you see a lot of different types of charts. So day 13 is about teaching charts, making some dashboards, and presenting your data in a much more better graphical format. Day 14, which is about advanced Excel. So day 14 takes you towards your advanced Excel reading. Now, how do you define advanced Excel? What is advanced Excel? I'll give you a simple example. If there is a particular thing that you will take 8 hours to do, I can do that in 10 minutes. You may take 16 hours to do, I will still do that in 10 minutes. 24 hours, I'll do it in 10 minutes. So that's, I think, what we are talking in terms of advanced Excel. Some tricks that you should know in order to make you super efficient on Excel. Day 14 teaches you some of these tricks in Excel, which can help you considerably reduce your time. 99% reduction in time on anything that you do and your colleagues may be doing right now. You can learn some tricks and reduce or become more efficient largely. So therefore, module 2 is about advanced financial modeling, which includes macros, charts, and some of the tricks that are covered on day 14. So this is the 14-day program that EduPristine covers, spanning across 70 hours. Now, benefits I've talked about, I'll straight away jump on certification here. As a participant, you will get a certificate of participation. It's a co-branded certification with Bombay Stock Exchange Institute Limited, BSc Institute. So it's a co-branded certification with them. You get a certificate of participation, two certificates, financial modeling using Excel, 50 hours, and then you get an advanced financial modeling for additional 20 hours, right? So because we have two modules in the program, the certificates are also covered across two categories. You get two certificates of participation. The certificate of excellence will only be awarded once you clear the test. There's a test which is conducted after the program is done. You can opt for a date on which you would like to write the test. And on that date, once you clear the test, you will be given a certificate of excellence. So those are the certificates which are available as part of the program. Participation certificate, everyone gets. Excellence only once you clear the test. In terms of EduPristine, I think most of you would have already read about it. I'll give you a quick brief. EduPristine is a subsidiary of a US listed company, Adtalem Global Education. So it was an Indian startup which got acquired by Adtalem. So Adtalem acquired EduPristine. It's a New York Stock Exchange listed company, providing trainings across the field of finance and accounting largely. The key thing which I think I can vouch for is the faculty pool. None of the faculties are academicians here. Please note, all the faculties that are going to teach you are subject matter experts. They are people who are already working in industry. So you may have a different faculty for valuations, and you may have a very different faculty for macros, because the faculty who uses those tools on a day-to-day basis is the best person to teach you this. So 600 plus industry experts or industry faculty which cover all of these programs. So no academician is largely industry faculty. As part of the financial modeling training, you're also given soft skill training, necessary because in order to clear interviews, you need soft skill training also, and it's part of the program. You will be given soft skill trainings. You'll be you'll be talking about preparation of the interview. Resumes will be prepared, because all of these things will eventually contribute towards your placement. The feedback for the faculty is over the last 10 odd years across thousands of trainings which have been done is 4.68, and I think that's a commendable number out of 5 if you've done so many trainings. The sample size is very large. Placement assistance. EduPristine does provide placement assistance to the candidates. You would be connected with companies. Your resumes would be sent there, and if shortlisted, obviously you can go and appear for interviews. So along with soft skills, resume building, interview preparation, and we offer you placement assistance from that perspective, which I think is pretty important, at least from a fresh entry level position. So placement assistance provided by EduPristine as part of the program or as part of the financial modeling program that you have. Few places or few clients where we have delivered trainings. Corporate clients largely, you would know most of them from that perspective. Not necessarily financial modeling, but we may have done some other type of trainings for them. And some B schools where we have given trainings on financial modeling, specifically National University of Singapore, IIM Calcutta, FMS Delhi. These are all financial modeling clients largely. ISB Hyderabad, IIM Indore, NISM. All of these are financial modeling trainings which we have delivered for iconic clients within India, or marquee clients in India. A quick summary: 14-day program, as I said, 70 hours. It was supposed to be a classroom training, but given the environment, everything is virtual for now. You get Excel workbooks, case studies. You are made to learn them and solve them in the class live. Along with this, all the webinars or the classes are recorded. so you can access them again if you miss out, or if you want to revise anything as part of your learning management systems, your LMS. You'll be provided an access to an LMS, learning management system, and you can look at these videos or revise any concept that you need again. uh, Certification, study notes, a lot of things are provided on the portal already for you once you get your login ID passwords. How do you get started? So I will leave that to the contact number on the screen or the email address. I think you can coordinate with EduPristine to get yourself enrolled. I would not be able to honestly help you on that aspect, but I would be able to help you on any questions that you have with respect to the program or the content. I'm more of a trainer with EduPristine, so I would be happy to address questions for you, either right now, or I can take up the questions on my mobile phone whenever you want. So we'll open the forum for questions, and I'll be happy to address any questions that you may have. Please go ahead. Hi, any questions in terms of content, in terms of how does it use, how does it help you from an individual perspective? How much practice will you need if you eventually sign up for a financial modeling course? Anything? No questions? Oh, surprisingly, no questions, class. You feel free to connect me if you have questions. Obviously, you can dial me whenever you want. I would be happy to address questions on a one-on-one basis. Uh, but anything that bothers you, and I should be able to help you with it right now, straight away. Sejal, fee structure, I'm not sure, honestly. I'm a faculty with EduPristine, so I don't know about the fee structure. Should be around, I don't know, 25, 35,000, somewhere around that is, I think, the broad range I remember last time around. I exactly don't know the fees. I can help you on content and the program details. I think EduPristine would be the best one to answer that. Anything else that I can help you with? Okay, perfect. If no questions, I think that's it from my end. Feel free to connect with me one on one if you wish. I would be available for the next couple of hours to talk. Thank you. Take care and have a great day.